so we're gonna dive right into our art lesson for this week. I hope you guys have been enjoying the ones online. I've been loving seeing your work that has come across. Today, we're gonna start off by reading a story called Ish. Maybe you've heard about it before. And as we do, I want you to think about the illustrations, because illustrators, remember, those are the artists that draw the pictures of picture books. They have different styles to them, and some of their work takes more time and some of their work takes less time. So if you look at the style of this artist, what do you think? So a lot of time or a little bit of time? And here's on the back of the book, right? So some pretty cool things. So as we look at it, we're gonna be kind of mimicking this illustrator style. But go ahead and enjoy the story as we read this today. This is by Peter H. Reynolds. You may have heard the book The Dot before if you haven't heard this one. Ramon loved to draw. Anytime, anything, anywhere. Whoa, you guys see where he is? One day, Ramon was drawing a vase of flowers. His brother, Leon, leaned over his shoulder. Leon burst out laughing. What's that? He asked.
Miss, come.
Hopefully none of your siblings would do that. Ramon could not even answer. He just crumpled up the drawing and threw it across the room. Leon's laughter haunted him. He kept trying to make his drawings look right, but they never did. After many months and many crumpled sheets of paper, Ramon put his pencil down. I'm done. Marisol, his sister, was watching him. What do you want? He snapped. I was watching you draw, she said. Ramon sneered. I'm not drawing. Go away. Marisol ran away, but not before picking up a crumpled sheet of paper. Hey, come back here with that. Ramon raced after Marisol, up the hall, and into her room. He was about to yell, but fell silent when he saw his sister's walls. He stared at the crumpled gallery. So all of his pictures that he'd been crumpling up, she'd been saving. This one is one of my favorites, Marisol said, pointing. That was supposed to be a vase of flowers, Ramon said, but it doesn't look like one. Well, it looks vase-ish, she exclaimed. Vase-ish? Ramon looked closer. Then he studied the drawings on Marisol's walls and began to see them in a whole new way. They do look ish. Ramon felt light and energized. Thinking ishly allowed his ideas to flow freely. He began to draw what he felt, loose lines quickly springing out without worry. Ramon once again drew and drew the world around him. Making an ish drawing felt wonderful. He filled his journals. Tree-ish, house-ish, boat-ish, afternoon-ish, fish-ish, sun-ish. Ramon realized he could draw ish feelings too. Peace-ish, silly-ish, excited-ish. His ish art inspired ish writing. He wasn't sure if he was writing poems, but he knew they were poem-ish. Ponder, pond, ponder, dream yonder, pond, pond, yond, yonder, gleam, wander. Ramon. One spring morning, Ramon had a wonderful feeling. It was a feeling that even Ish words and Ish drawings could not capture. He decided not to capture it. Instead, he simply savored it. Hopefully you guys get to do that this weekend. Enjoy the weather. And Ramon lived ishfully ever after. And that is the end of this story, but I want you to think, one, his sister was quite inspiring, right? Because she took all of his paintings that he had crumpled up and thrown away and thought they were terrible, and she instead said, no, they're beautiful, even if they just look ish, like the thing, right? So if you looked at especially this paper right here, you see all of his ish drawings, right? He has the house-ish, the boat-ish, the fish-ish, all of the little things that are kind of like the thing, maybe not a perfect drawing, but beautiful, right? So thinking about that, see how the lines are kind of simple, like on the back of the book. He just has one straight line that made a flower, and then a few little lines, and then he added some color to it. So we are going to, well, when you guys go, you get to make your own little ish book of different drawings. I titled mine, My Book of Ish. And then I started, I haven't finished my book, but I made a birdish, a tree-ish, a feather-ish, a fancy-ish, like my hat, just fancy. So simple line drawings that kind of look ish like something, right? Look ish like it. And what you want to do is just keep simple drawings. So I'm going to demonstrate real quick how to create this little book. And then if you go into the Google Art Classroom after this and you want to create it yourself, there's a little bit of a video there that's probably easier to follow. But real quick, you'll just take a sheet of paper. You're going to fold it in half 3 times. I like to call this hamburger style. Remember, because hot dog is long, so hamburger style. And I'm going to do that again. And if you heard, how many times? Hold up your fingers. 3 times, right? So 3 times I'm going to fold it. Now here's the very, 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 very important thing to remember. When you cut your book here, if you cut it in the wrong place, you're going to get what I did earlier, and you're just going to get a paper that looks like this. A little bit problem, right? That's not a book. So when you cut your paper, you're going to have it here for 3 folds. Open it once, open it twice, and then remember your mouth where your paper opens. Remember the mouth there? You're going to take the opposite side of that and cut along your fold to the very middle line. Okay? So again, don't cut the mouth. That's the open spot. Cut along the line. Just to where the points all meet. So then when you open your paper, you'll have a nice hole in there, right? You're going to fold it in half hot dog style. And then you kind of push these pieces together, fold that down, and then you can bring it around together, and you will have your book. Again, if you want to do this, this is a link posted onto our Google Art Classroom. So you can go in there, and you'll make a little book. So what I want you to think of doing as you are creating your book, think about simple line drawings, right? We're doing ish things. So if I think of the flower, I'm going to use the base of the background. And I'm going to put it in a cup. So I'm just going to make a quick cup. And then, I'm not going to pick up my pen. I'm just going to kind of make it there. That's a flower-ish, right? I hope you guys can see it. Can you guys see that? No, you can't really, can you? Let me see if I can pick you up. That's a little bit.
I can see the pen. It just like pops out, but
there.
then I can't see it.
Do you see that now? A little better? Okay.
That's good. Now we can see.
Yeah, I see it.
Perfect. So then as you do your lines, you can experiment. You could just do swirly flowers, right? And then, I'm going to set you down a moment. Actually, if I angle it up, you might be able to see it. Still see it? It's a little shiny, but you can kind of see it, right? And then you could add some color. That's good? Okay, thank you, Mrs. Bucky. You could choose any colors that you want, like in the book. You can just kind of color it-ish, fully flowery. You could even make it extra fun and say, ooh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add some food coloring to my water. Not really, because we're using marker. But I'm gonna make it green water because the flowers are growing in grass. What do you think? All right, and then you could say, oh, I'll change and I'll make this one a red, but I wanna make it extra fun and maybe rainbow-ish flower. And you can change your colors there. All right, so let's see the finished-ish art. There you go, right? So think about something that you guys would like to draw and make it a simple illustration by keeping your lines simple, like our illustrator here, right? He even spelt the word ish with simple lines with Ramon's paintbrush. And then all of his different types of work, okay? And then you guys can make your own little ish book and fill up all of the pages. And in fact, if you want, you could even reverse your book by flipping it around, opening it up, turning it this way, and then it's a hidden book inside of a book, if that makes sense. So I'm just refolding, oh, let me get up here. Refolding my book here. So then you have all new canvases, but inside your book, can you see how there's the illustrations that are hidden inside? So you could do that, make multiple books, and have your own ish book. All right? So you guys can go ahead and draw, go to the link in Google Classroom to get started if you want to go and make your own ish book. It's great to see you all, and I wish you guys have a great weekend.